The answer is actually pretty interesting, pretty weird. So back in the day, you could not legally sell an arcade cabinet without a game in it. I don't know if that's still true or not today, but I guess that test board that we saw in my my home use only, this Splash City over my shoulder right here, was Dotori Kun. I thought it was maybe the name of the shipper or the supplier, whoever issued this invoice 25 years ago, but it turns out that actually it's just the name of the game that came with it. I don't know if it's really even a game. It doesn't take coins. It doesn't have audio. It doesn't even have a title screen. That's it right there, that black and white game. That's Dotori Kun. People have been asking me, by the way, where I got this cabinet that for 25 years has never been in a game center or an arcade. And actually David from Saru brought it over from the United States. A supplier he works with, a hookup he has in Japan, offered it to him, and he offered it to me. Now I'm the very fortunate, very lucky, very grateful steward and custodian of this system. And it came with, to me, a lot of mysteries, a lot of intrigue to it. And so I've been digging around, asking people some questions, people who know more about this stuff than I do. But I've learned a couple things, and I kind of want to share. Dotori Kun is that little guy. Wow. What amazing revolutionary gameplay. This is actually a really cool thing. It's very interesting. I've heard some people really like it for tuning monitors. I guess it's kind of helpful for that. Maybe back in the day it was. I guess it was made like entirely with like stock parts. So it was like incredibly cheap for them to make. But yeah, very interesting thing. Also, I looked up what this sticker says. I've known a couple of these kanji. I know the last one and the third from last one. But it basically just says like patent pending. It's like a Japanese kind of like trademark sticker. And there you go. We won Dotori Kun. Maybe the second level is much more difficult. I don't know. Anyway, another thing I thought was cool. Oh yeah, so this didn't turn on last time I showed you guys this. This didn't turn on. I thought maybe it was broken or something. I don't know. I was a little worried, but I popped it open and the fuse was still wrapped up. So it's never even been turned on, which, you know, of course explains why it's still so bright, because the EV, you know, not EV, the UV light, you know, the radiation that's worn down on this one and turned it all white hasn't been there to dull the colors on this one. But yeah, this is the second time that light has ever been turned on, which is wild. Me and, you know, a couple of my buddies were looking at this thing the other day, and of course, like a bunch of boneheads, we accidentally, upped the coin counter. So it's still, below 1, but it's slightly, higher than it was, before. It was in the 99985 something, and now it's in 99987 something. Ugh. I promise I'll just do better in the future to take care of this thing and maintain it and preserve it for the future. But yeah, we did unfortunately accidentally bump that up a couple. Still hasn't flipped over yet. Another thing that's pretty interesting is yeah, look at this. The monitor, the back of the monitor is so clean. Normally when this runs, the electromagnetism will attract like a bunch of dust, but it has so few hours on it that there isn't even any dust back here. It's basically a giant dust magnet, and it hasn't done its thing like at all. Yeah, just still learning about this cabinet, still piecing it all together. David was gracious enough to bring it into my life, and really appreciate him for it. He doesn't really know any more about it than I do. I'm very curious, who was this person who could buy it and straight from Sega back in the day. I don't know. Pretty interesting. Still lots of mysteries to unravel, but I actually have a plane to catch, so I gotta go, and hope you guys have a good one. Also, one last thing. If anybody has leads on custom dust covers for arcade cabinets, if anybody's got an idea of who I should reach out to about that, I definitely need something to protect that cabinet from the elements. So yeah, anybody with any ideas, let me know.